Okay, I want to take you through level 2. What I always do is kind of hang out with my horse for a moment, check the equipment. I led her down here from the barn to the arena, so that saddle had an opportunity to settle where it wanted to naturally because we don't have it cinched up too tight. In level 1, we breathe together, groom her, check in with myself first. I want to make sure I'm thinking calm, quiet thoughts. My emotions are, happy, enthusiastic. My attitude is upbeat, willing, and my actions are, in accordance with what she needs. Not too fast, not too slow. Timing is just right. We're creating a feedback loop, and I'm setting the stage for how the session should go. Level 1. So then we come down here to the arena and we're getting ready to go through all the levels. And I want to establish communication. I want to ask her questions, get a deeper understanding of her, as I would with any horse. And then I want to allow her to get a deeper understanding of me. And in order to do that, I've got to ask her specific questions. So what I'll start with is obvious, the ground tie. And that lets her know you're free to go. If you need to go, you're free to go. I want the truth. I want honesty. In other words, I don't want to stand here and hold her. So by establishing ground tie or an understanding of what I expect with ground tie, she'll get a place to stop, process, get release from me, from pressures. She'll understand, oh, okay, ground tie, I get to chill out. Not a big deal. So we always want to start there. And then I'll pick up the rope and I'll start asking her questions. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to ask her to go backwards. So I'll start soft. I'll increase the intensity of the question, and I'll get her to back up. And I'll just watch the hooves. That's what I watch. And I'll go ahead one more. Go ahead one more. Good job. So the pressure's on, which is what you saw wiggling the lead rope. And that's the question. Pressure is a question. Release of pressure is a thank you. So if I want her to go into a direction, I'll just point the direction I want her to go with the lead rope hand. So I'll just point. She can see that. And then just relax when she does as a thank you. So the cool thing about this, moving in this left direction, is I get to see her move. She gets to see me out of her left eye. I get to see how my equipment's sitting on her back. Get to see her stride, her head set, her tail set. And I'll do a few laps, and then we'll change direction. Just simply reach in front of your hand, grab it with the other hand, point the other direction. Relax as a thank you. And so I'm still checking in with myself. Am I moving too fast? Am I moving too slow? Are my shoulders relaxed? Whatever you want from your horse, you have to present to them. She's observing me out of her right eye. I get to see the right side of my horse, the equipment. How does it look? She gets to see me. We get a deeper understanding of each other. So now I'm just going to ask her to come forward to me. So I'll just put a little pressure, back up, create draw, and then I'm going to ground tie, rub her to a stop. That'll trigger a body response of relaxation in her. She just took a big deep breath, so we take a big deep breath. We synchronize up. She got a tension in the mouth release. That lets me know that ground tie was what she was needing in those questions because she's paying close attention. Ground tie, trigger body response of relaxation, free up restriction in her mind, tensions in her body. She can think and act. It can flow. I don't want to create any restriction in her mind, which, doubt, confusion, anxiety, fear. Don't want any of that. That'll cause tension in her body, or short, shallow breathing in her lungs, her digestive system, bounding up, tension, muscle tension, heart rate beating faster than it needs to. All of those things are monitored by our brain, so we don't want to interrupt that for an extended period of time. In training horses, you're going to interrupt it. However, developing the awareness, watching the nonverbal communication from your horse will allow you to become better, to present better, so they can become better and be better. And then it's just a wash, rinse, repeat. We're getting into what I like to call a corrective feedback loop, where make sure I'm thinking correctly, my emotions, my attitude, my actions, they're all in alignment. I'm observing her, understanding she abides in the laws of nature, and I don't want to break those, so I'll abide in them as well. This 5-part series of communication, series of 5 questions that I'll ask any and every horse to get a deeper understanding of them, is exactly what you just saw. Doesn't matter, a miniature, a draft, any breed. This is 100% effective way to get feedback from them, make changes, present again, and then continue through law of repetition to get that depth of understanding. That's what we're after. So Cinnamon, we've been doing this a long, long time. She's a great demo horse for you to see this. We take another horse that doesn't know any of this. It takes about 15-20 minutes to show them. It's not like a rocket science. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. And they are very intelligent and can come over to pick up on what you're trying to present. And then they're willing. They get a voice, because I will make changes to keep her comfortable, free up restrictions in her mind. Why wouldn't she draw to me? So I could do a couple more of those. It's probably not necessary. We're just going to cinch up one more time and make sure that cinch is tight enough to ride for the next level, which is level 3. But before we go there, I'll go ahead and show you how I do advance through these levels. If I do it myself without teaching someone, level 1, 2, and 3, man, we're in that. We're through that in about 8 to 10 minutes. Grooming for mindset, tack her up, establish communication on the ground, transfer to her back, go. We may go ride. So it's not like it's long, drawn out process, but it depends on the individual. If the horse needs it, we may do 10, 15 minutes of level 2 establishing communication. They maybe a young horse, maybe a horse that's had trauma, doesn't understand what it is we're asking of them yet. So here, put your head down a little bit. Put your head down a little bit. Just a little bit more. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that helps. You're tall. So those are the things that I do on all of my horses. And I teach people at the school here to do that too. Because each individual person, each individual horse, they're going to have different communication. They're going to communicate differently. So you're drawn to me and you stepped on the rope. Back your feet, back your feet, back your feet, back your feet. And one more, back your feet. Good job. So that level 2 allows them to synchronize with each other, get into an agreement, harmony, and then balance it. Proper pressure, proper time for a proper response. The individual person gets to feel the individual horse, and then they'll have the ability to communicate efficiently and effectively. And that's what we want. We want our horses to not be confused. We don't want them to have any doubts. I introduce hundreds of people to my horses each year, and they've got to really wearing that crooked, weren't you? They're really horses are really adaptable to people, and we want to keep them that way. But there is a system. There's an interactive system to get these results that we're after, to accomplish the goals that we want. And I want to make sure we're in frame, so we're going to bring her right back out here. We're going to ground tie, rub her to a stop. If I were to walk off that direction, I would draw her off the ground tie. So we're going to peel off the hind quarter, just got a big deep breath from her, so I'll take a big deep breath from me. Now, next video, we'll make level 3. We'll transfer to her back.